Many militaries throughout history during wars set up brothels in army camps to distract them during war and have them engage in sexual activities to make them weak. And we have that today through porn, because porn is something set up by the elites, because in order to convince someone to film them having sex naked in camera for everyone to see, it takes great money and or power or authority. If you go up to one of your neighbors and ask them to film them having sex, they're not going to say yes, because you have no money or authority. There's no incentive for them to sell their soul to you. So the elites have set up this system to make everyone else weak, so we don't have any physical or brain power and strength to wake up against what they're doing and see what's really going on in this world. Because when you're excessively ejaculating through porn or casual sex, you're triggering your nervous system, you're straining your nervous system, you're firing those nerves. You're using all of your nerves during ejaculation. That's why it feels so powerful. Many will say it's the best feeling in the world, at least for those brief 5 to 10 seconds, because you're using so many of your nerves. And nerves need recovery too, right? Just like your muscles. If you run a marathon or you lift in the gym for 4 hours, you need to recover. If you strain your bones and you fracture a bone, you need to do rehabilitation to work that up. It's going to be the same as your nerves when you keep triggering and firing the shit out of your dopamine receptors and your nerves. That takes away from the brain's ability to think, for those nerves to make connections in your brain. Your ability to think, critically think, is put to a halt after you ejaculate. But once that ability recovers, once your nerves recover, since that felt so good, you want to do it again. And that's all you can think about. I think it's really dangerous what it makes you do. You know your life is miserable, but you don't know a way out of it, because that's all you can think about. You know, when I was addicted to casual sex, that's all I could think about doing. The things I preach about, being out in nature, like swimming on the beach, going on a mountain, seeing the sunset. I've never done that with any of my previous partners because I can only think about sex. You know, I couldn't suggest any ideas to get out in nature with them because I didn't have any nerves. I used all my nerves and my nervous system and keep firing those dopamine receptors. You know, sometimes I'll get in an argument with my partners, and I can be a pretty stubborn guy. I really don't like to concede things that I don't believe as true, but sometimes I will concede some things to them when I realized we're about to end the date without having sex. I was so pathetic. Oh, you know what, I see your point, when I really didn't. You know, it was really bad. It makes you miserable, but you don't know why. You can't think of a way to improve your life. You're just a slave to your dopamine. You can't really critically think why the world is run the way it is. The medical advice says high-fat diet causes heart disease, heart attacks. We're consuming more carbs than ever, so why is heart disease rising? We're eating pancakes for breakfast, we're eating bagels for lunch, and we're eating pasta and rice for dinner. We're eating more carbs than ever before compared to hunter-gatherers. Ever since the hunter-gatherers, the amount of carbs we've been eating have been just skyrocketing. So why is the heart disease rate going up? We're told to apply sunscreen even on cloudy days. You know, the sun is so dangerous. We need to stay indoors. Oh, we can't spread disease. We gotta stay indoors, and even if we do, we gotta religiously apply sunscreen like little slaves, like the government told us, to prevent skin cancer. But why are we getting more skin cancer than ever before? We're told to ejaculate frequently to prevent prostate cancer. But now we have porn, we have condoms and contraceptives to ejaculate without consequences. And we're probably ejaculating more than ever throughout history. But why are we getting more prostate cancer now? And when you ask the doctors, they'll say, oh, some of it, it's genetics. Can someone please explain to me what genetics is? If one was just meant to suffer for no reason throughout their life, you know, some people say religion is religious, but isn't believing in genetics pretty religious? That you're just meant to suffer without reason? If genetics was everything, why do deformities in birth go up when the parents are older? The older they conceive, the higher the likelihood of neonatal disabilities. It's because your genetics change as you get older. The quality of your body to produce healthy offspring changes. So genetics is essentially just how you take care of your body throughout your life. And the better you take care of your body throughout your life by consuming the right foods and putting yourself in the right environments, that is just genetics. And you'll pass that on to your offspring. Genetics is not something you just can't have to accept. You can always make changes to your life. Well, if you believe that all your fate is determined by genetics and you can't do anything about it, then obviously you're not going to try to make changes throughout your life. And genetics will stop you from the barrier that genetics have set upon your mind, the mental barrier you set for yourself upon your head. Same thing as other barriers we set in our head. We see many posts on Twitter, Instagram. Oh, we work 5 days out of the week, and then we spend the other 2 days just resting to suffer more, and then to go to 9 to 5 again, waiting to get home. And when you're home, you wait to go to work. Is this the way we're supposed to live life? People are posting these things because they know it's wrong. It doesn't feel right at all. But they don't know how to get out of it because our nervous system is fried from engaging in porn or casual sex. because we don't have any willpower to think otherwise. And of course all addictions are bad, but I think uncontrolled lust might be the worst because it almost enslaves you to everything else. You know, when you masturbate before going to sleep, if you wake up tired the next day, oh my god, I'm so tired. Oh, I can't get out of bed. Let me just doom scroll for a few more hours. Now your eyes are strained. Oh fuck, I need a nap. Oh my god, I'm so tired. And now you took a nap, it was a bad nap because you were exposed to a shit ton of blue light before taking that nap. Oh, I'm still so tired. Maybe my blood sugar is low. Maybe I need some Pop-Tarts. Maybe I need some Oreos. And you have that. Oh, my stomach feels like shit. I need to rest and digest. Oh my god. Oh, I did nothing today. Oh, no girls are gonna like me. Oh my god, might as well just jack off before going to sleep again. It's that cycle over again. Because when you're enslaved to lust, we always have one other addiction or more: alcohol, weed, vape, gambling, doom scrolling. You know, I haven't read too much of Plato, but it's Plato's allegory of the cave thing, where your whole world is just your dopamine loop. We have we have casual sex, we have masturbation and porn, we have junk food, we have gambling, we have alcohol, we have marijuana, and we have to throw the dart in that circle. But all that's in the dart, all that the dart can hit in the loop of circle or the wheel, is those dopamine stimulators that are going to fry your nerves so you don't have the ability to think for yourself, to oppose what's really going on in this world. So I think if you know something is not right with their life, your gut is telling you that something is off, I think the first place to start would be trying to control your lust. When you see through the bullshit of porn and casual sex, I think it will open your eyes up to many other bullshits that are set by the elites to make us good little slaves so that they can get away with what they're doing.